Hey guys, what is up? This is Baron narrating his Week 12 game against AFC West foe Danthrax and his Denver Broncos. Peyton Manning apparently not fully healed. But you wouldn't know it from the start of this game. He comes out, ace, 3 wide receivers. His crossing route takes my linebacker. He's got a clear line of sight to Demaryius Thomas. And just awful hit stick by Eric Berry. So he starts off with an 80-yard touchdown. Not the way I wanted to start my game off. And speaking of not starting your game off right, Michael Vick decides to throw into double coverage because I'm an idiot. And just not a very good start to the proceedings by myself. Thankfully, though, my defense manages to hold him down to a field goal. So I'm only down by 10 points after about, 6 plays. And then again, on a play action on 2nd and 8, guy runs the crossing route before Dwayne Bowe can, and he gets another pick, which, again, not the start one would hope. But again, my defense holds everything down. But then guess what happens here? I get a nice drive, and then 2 people could have picked this off. Just terrible read on my part for Vic. So he's already got 3 interceptions, and we're not even out of the first quarter. So, yeah, and again, all those picks, my fault. Here, I was going to the post route and over the middle, but it throws to Bowe. I pressed Y, and he throws it to B. But I can't really complain because it gets me a touchdown before halftime to narrow things down. But then here, a play action where I bring the blitz, but it doesn't matter. The post route against the man coverage and awful tackling on my part leads to another long touchdown. My defense was great, except for the big plays that they gave up. But then I get a long drive going myself. Vic lining up in shotgun. Everybody's spread out, and I get I don't even know what the hell route that's called. It's just a wiggle route to the inside. And I get a touchdown to keep my mistakes from being too terrible going into the half. So, down only 3 when you're -3 in the turnover department, and I get the ball. But guess what happens when I get the ball? I get a nice long drive going, stop on the rollout. Boss is not a boss because he fumbles like a little girl. Just awful. Just so awful. And it's not even close. It's clearly a fumble. He gets another turnover. And, at this point, it's just awful. That's the only word to describe it. And again, another post route from the tight end, and terrible decision to dive there. Barry comes racing across the field, and I'm either the worst user ever, or he just decided he was not going to tackle in the direction of the guy. At least slow him down. But no, he just goes straight north on it. And there's just no other way to put it. Here, I think I'm throwing a slant and go, and I'm throwing him open, but I flatten it, so he gets a pick. But, here things get a little bit crazy with he does the line shift, and I'm able to get some pressure, and what should be a pick 6, but of course he drops it. So that's not pleasant either. I'm not editing these, but editing my narration anyway, because I wish I could edit out just how furious I am at these interceptions. Great plays on his part, just terrible decision-making on mine. So, again, here, but I get some luck. I get a holding penalty. I stop him on first down. Then I get a sack for 3rd and 17. And here, I'm trying to remember what happens here. Yes, Poe gets some pressure, which finally allows me to get a pick from Flowers, which is the girliest name ever, which is why he doesn't take that all the way back and instead gets tackled. So, but we try to make things interesting here. Here, I get the Z spot route, but it's covered really well, so the backside slant is open with the linebacker playing his best statue imitation. So, I'm able to get back into this game. Here, I'm coming with the free safety zone blitz. He motions away the defender, but then Eric Berry just says, I've had enough of this shit, strips him. Tom Bahali gets the fumble recovery. So my defensive playmaker's stepping up, thankfully, giving me the ball. And here, watch the middle linebacker. He goes with Charles, which opens up Breston because he comes up too soon, usuring the safety, and Breston comes across the middle and converts a 2nd and 15 to 1st and goal from the 4. He stops Hillis twice because Hillis is worthless. So here Vic does a quick little juke and gets into the end zone. I'm not sure if that's cheese. It might be cheese. Can't really say, but I just hit the juke to hopefully get things working. Here we have an offensive pass interference, which is the first time I've seen that this cycle. So that was pretty cool because he was clearly going for the pick. So an offensive pass interference, and here John Houston, everyone, 3 sacks on the day, just playing monstrously and murderizing Manning. And then just 3rd and 28. I believe this is where the slot corner just decides I'm not going to run with him. Why would I want to do that? That seems stupid. So he gets 4th and 8. He's obviously got to go for it at this point. And I love this route by the running back. It's one of my favorites because he cuts to the inside, and on man it's almost guaranteed. But I just happened to be running cover 2 zone and usered the right guy, so a little bit of luck there. And now I'm just trying to kill some clock, get the field goal, and Charles gets a rugby scrum, and instead of flying backwards when he hit his offensive lineman, as they're wont to do, he managed to burst through the hole for the touchdown. So that's huge. I'm up 8 points. And here, watch the tight end. He goes like he's going to block him and then just decides, no, I'm going to run my route, which is actually a really cool play because the zone blitz works. You occupy the center and the guards, and then somebody loops around, but then the tight end doesn't do his job. So I like that play, but then at the same time, it's bad blocking. And then just 3rd and 18, he flattens the pass and gets picked off, and then route takes it all the way, which is about all she wrote for this one. So a nice comeback victory for me, keeps me alive for the AFC West title hunt, win 42-7. Don't know really 42-27. Don't know if you can really see those stats, but I had 6 turnovers. But my defense was able to come alive when they needed to and get the turnovers when they needed to. So really a good game for me. Go to 5-6, really just scrambling for that AFC West division championship to try and get the playoffs and get those XP points and, maybe win. All right, this is Baron.